Welcome to the high desert. The high desert of the Great Basin. My backyard. It's pretty bare right now, but it's not going to be for long. Huh. What are you eating on? That's Eastwood right there. That's Weenie. There's a Weenie girl. So, I'm going to explain my backyard here. Now, this is a high desert, and what people got to understand about, I live in northern Nevada. What you got to understand about northern Nevada is it's not very fertile. It's got less than 1% organic matter in the soil, and the soil is really clayey and has a lot of volcanic matter in it. And it makes it very, very difficult for people to grow in northern Nevada. And so I'm working on some things over here. I'm putting in some grass over here for my dogs, and I kind of wanted to do it slowly and naturally and let them build their walking paths, which they kind of have. And you can see the grass coming over here, and then I have grass seed coming over here, which I had collected all my trimmings, my tree trimmings, and then broke them down, mulched them, and then put them back into the earth. I try to do everything as organic as I can. No pesticides, no chemicals, no. I try to use very minimal plant food from any other source other than organic matter. And you can see it coming in. You can see the broken down leaves in there. I'm just trying to add. I'm trying to add just compost, dead plant matter, plant food, dead things, and then over here, so for people that don't know, I bought this house with pine trees on both sides of the house, of the yard, which is great because they keep the wind coming into my backyard, but they also create allelopathy and in their roots and in all parts of the tree. And allelopathy makes it incredibly hard for other things to grow around it. Like if you go out into a forest that has nothing but pines like this, and they're pines like say a Lake Tahoe, and you go and you look under Lake Tahoe, you won't see a whole lot of vegetation, and that's because the allelopathy, it keeps things from growing around it. It likes to keep the soil around it bare. And not to say that things can't grow around it, it's just not a whole lot of things can grow around it, and not a whole lot of things are going to be vigorous. So I have some clove in here that I threw, and I wanted to test different things down the line here and see what worked best for my area. These I built myself. Everything in my yard is recycled. All these, even though I'm in intense pain and I have spine problems and yada yada, I moved all these rocks myself. And was it painful? Fucking A, it was. But, excuse my language. But the end product was too satisfying for me not to do stuff like this. The pride of accomplishment, even though it's not brand new, this is all recycled stuff. It's still the pride of accomplishment for me. This is where I bring all my plants out when I harden them off. I bring them outside, plant them on here so the dogs don't get them. I just bought these beds this year. And what I did is I filled half up with cardboard and different compost and just a bunch of different stuff, and then I put the soil on top. Same over here. Eventually, this will all have something here. And then again, I have some experimental stuff coming over here. Not a whole lot going on over here right now. I mean, it's not planting season right now. These are my chickens. I use their chicken poo and the eggshells, and they do a lot for my garden. As you can see, this property is protected by highly trained chickens. How about this one? My wife put these up. Beware of the tiny raptors. Where's the one that says chicken butt nuggets? We used to have one that said chicken butt nuggets, but I don't know where it went. So yeah, it looks kind of, it's a high desert, so not a whole lot of things are popping off. And look at how spoiled these dogs are. This is just their outside bin, and not even to mention the probably balls that are out there. But this will all change here shortly. You'll see plants coming in and out, and this will all be, my blank canvas will no longer be a blank canvas. It'll be a painting, a beautiful painting. And I may open it up to the county this year. I typically don't open up my backyard to the county because I do grow my own medicinal medicine. And you know, I do it privately, discreetly. But I typically don't do it for that reason, for the Master Gardener show. And everybody's always telling me I should. I said, it just feels so taboo still. But anyways, this is what I do with my rare disease, and the pain levels I go through. And I think my life would be miserable if I didn't do this, because I would have no sense of accomplishment. No, you know, and I like that feeling at the end of the day of working hard for my nightly medicine. Because I do take a cannabis cookie and I try to cycle off it, but it's the most organic thing I can do for myself, for the pain, you know, when the pain gets bad, and it helps me sleep at night. So yeah, I do what I gotta do. But man, look at that, beautiful, huh? Beautiful. And things are just popping off, and I can't stress this enough, this is you know, people talk about climate. Some people say climate change isn't real, and it is. I mean, you got global change, climate change, human driven change, you know, and this is very odd for our year. People have what I like to say is the bug for planting right now, because the weather's really nice. Stores are putting out their plants, people are buying the plants, and then it's just not the time. It's not the weather. Yeah, we're getting abnormal weather, but we're also in the high desert. We have two extremes. It's either hot or it's cold. There's no variance. It's hot or it's cold. And you can't, until the snow goes off of the mountains up in Lake Tahoe or Peavine, you can't be bringing your plants down. And you shouldn't be bringing your plants down in the high desert up here until, you know, May 15th at least, unless you're covering them. So that's what I got going. It's a lot of work out here. And I gotta keep my dogs safe, because they're trying to, you know, we've got wildlife all around these yards. So we got geese. There's a river right behind this gate, and the geese are always floating down it. But anyways, that's what I got going on. I wanted to show what it looked like right now, because it's going to change greatly and fastly. And until I come off disability and figure out what the hell I'm going to do with my life with this pain, and it'll probably be something with plants. It's just trying to find, you know, the company I want to work for that's going to work with me with my disability, you know. And it's not kind out in the workforce. Nobody can tell me that, because I've been working for 20 some odd years. I say, you know, the problem with the workforce is everybody's going from job to job looking for happiness, and nobody can find it. And I mean happiness in the work. I'm happy at home. I could be miserable at work if I'm at a place I don't want to work. Right? But yeah, that's what I got going on. I hope everybody's pain level in the Klippel syndrome is manageable today. I hope you have a good day. Enjoy the sun, soak it up. Listen to some reggae music, listen to some happy music. Get your feet in the dirt. Go sit outside. There ain't nothing good on TV. Catch you later.